adult honey badger moves with its nose close to the soil. Its broad muzzle passes over roots, cracks, and old insect trails. Most of the ground is hard and dry, but one weathered termite mound carries a stronger scent. The honey badger stops beside the outer wall. It presses its nose against the crust. Then one long front claw strikes the mound. The first layer breaks immediately. A second stroke sends compacted soil behind the animal. The badger lowers its shoulders and begins digging with both foreclaws. Each movement opens the structure farther. Hidden tunnels collapse. Termite workers begin running through the cracks. Soldiers appear near the broken chambers. A dark beetle crosses the loose earth. Several pale larvae become visible beneath the damaged wall. The honey badger takes the prey closest to the opening. Its muzzle disappears into the mound. A larva is swallowed. Then another section of soil breaks away. The disturbance is spreading faster than one animal can control. Small insects escape in several directions. Some move through the grass. Others remain exposed on the loose surface. A family of banded mongooses is already searching nearby. One adult is digging beneath a root. Another is turning dry leaves. Two younger animals are testing insect holes in the grass. The primary mongoose notices termites moving away from the mound. It stops digging. Its head rises. A beetle runs toward cover. The mongoose moves forward and catches it before it disappears. The honey badger does not react. It remains focused on the broken chamber. The mongoose swallows the beetle and watches the disturbed soil. More insects are emerging. Other family members begin to notice. One adult approaches the outer edge. Another stays farther back and catches termites moving through the grass. The mongooses are not helping the honey badger. The honey badger is not sharing with them. The smaller animals are exploiting food exposed by the digging. When the badger opens another section of the mound, the mongooses follow several meters behind. They remain outside the center. They search through loose soil thrown beyond the badger's hindquarters. One catches a beetle. Another takes several termites. A younger mongoose pulls a larva from a broken tunnel. The feeding opportunity is growing. So is the distance they are willing to cross. One mongoose moves closer to the badger's forefeet. A pale larva lies beside one claw. The mongoose reaches toward it. The honey badger stops digging. Its head turns sharply. The mongoose freezes. The badger lowers its shoulders and makes one short warning rush. Loose soil flies beneath its paws. The mongoose jumps backward. The rest of the family scatters into the grass. There is no prolonged chase. The warning is enough. The honey badger returns to the mound. The mongooses watch from cover. After several moments, they begin feeding again. This time, they remain farther from the forefeet. The termite activity gradually decreases. The honey badger lifts its muzzle from the excavation. It sniffs the air. Then it leaves the broken mound. The mongooses follow for a short distance. The badger crosses compact soil toward a patch of exposed roots. A new scent stops it. This trail is stronger than the insects behind it. The honey badger presses its nose against the earth. It moves along the roots and tests several points. Something larger is hidden below. The badger begins digging again. Its claws break the outer crust. Soil falls into a narrow cavity. The opening widens. Several pale reptile eggs become visible inside the chamber. Before the honey badger can reach them, movement appears near the original entrance. A cobra raises its head. Its hood begins to spread. The snake remains close to the chamber. It turns toward the vibration created by the digging. The honey badger keeps its body low. It begins opening the chamber from the side. The cobra tracks the movement. Its head remains aligned with the badger's muzzle. The first strike launches suddenly. The snake's head passes close to the badger's face. The fangs hit loose soil. The honey badger jerks backward. For a moment, both animals remain still. The cobra recoils and raises its head again. The badger lowers its face behind the edge of the mound. Then the claws begin moving once more. The cobra shifts toward the new vibration. A second strike lands beside one forepaw. The badger pulls the paw away and twists its shoulders. The snake withdraws. The honey badger changes angle. It circles toward the lower side of the roots. The cobra rotates to block the new position. The mound now lies between their faces. The badger begins digging from below. The cobra remains above the chamber. Each animal controls a different layer of the same ground. The snake strikes again. Its head cuts through dust beside the badger's muzzle. The honey badger jerks sideways. The strike misses. The badger makes one short forward lunge. It does not catch the snake, but the sudden movement forces the cobra to recoil. The badger uses the opening to cross toward the opposite side. The banded mongooses remain nearby. They spread through the surrounding grass. None of them joins the fight. They watch soil fragments, insects, and pieces of shell appearing near the excavation. One mongoose moves closer whenever both larger animal grabs part of the damaged egg and immediately turns away. It spins toward the mongoose and makes a short, aggressive step. The honey badger turns toward it again. The snake strikes. This time, contact occurs near the loose skin around the badger's shoulder. The exact fang penetration is hidden by dust and fur. There is no visible blood. The honey badger recoils sharply. Its body twists away from the snake. For several seconds, it remains standing. The cobra raises its head again. The badger lowers its shoulders. Then it moves forward. The final struggle happens quickly. Dust rises around the roots. Grass hides part of the contact. The honey badger lunges as the cobra recoils. Its jaws secure the snake near the front section of the body. The cobra twists through the loose soil. The badger releases and regrips. The struggle remains brief. There is no tearing. There is no visible blood. After several moments, the snake stops moving. The honey badger stands over the disturbed chamber. The mongooses watch from the grass. None approaches. The badger grips the cobra again and begins dragging it away from the roots. At first, its movements remain strong. The snake trails across the dry soil. The honey badger heads toward a shaded hollow near low vegetation. Then its pace begins to change. The hind legs become less steady. The animal stops and lowers the snake. It takes several slow steps. One rear paw slips. The honey badger pauses again. Its breathing becomes heavier. It tries to continue, but the movement is no longer coordinated. The badger reaches the edge of the shade. Its body lowers toward the ground. It remains on its chest for several moments. Then it rolls partly onto one side. The eyes stay open at first. The forepaws remain tense. Movement gradually decreases. The animal becomes almost motionless. There are no convulsions. There is no foam around the mouth. There is no visible wound. Only shallow breathing confirms that it is still alive. The cobra lies nearby. The mongoose family remains at a distance. Time passes. The sun rises higher. The shadows become shorter. Later, the light begins to soften again. The honey badger continues breathing. One ear moves. An eyelid closes and opens. The chest begins rising more strongly. The animal lifts its head slightly. It lowers it again. After another pause, the forelegs move beneath the body. The honey badger attempts to stand. Its balance is uncertain. It pauses on all 4 feet. Then the posture becomes steadier. Recovery is gradual. It is not instant. The badger turns toward the dead cobra. The snake remains where it was left. The honey badger approaches slowly. It tests the body with its muzzle. Then it begins feeding. The camera remains on the head, shoulders, and general body position. There is no graphic tearing. The mongooses continue searching elsewhere. Their part in the encounter has ended. The honey badger survived the bite, but the venom was not harmless. Honey badgers possess adaptations that may reduce the effects of some snake neurotoxins. Changes in nicotinic acetylcholine receptors can make it harder for certain alpha neurotoxins to bind effectively. That resistance is not complete immunity. The outcome still depends on the snake species. It depends on venom composition. It depends on the amount delivered. It depends on bite location and the condition of the individual animal.